Parasha Shoftim.
Shoftim.
I don't know why I can't get it right.
It's close.
Okay. So let's start. Reuven, you want to start it off?
Shoftim, the Shotrim, Titan Lecha, Lechol, She'arecha, Asher Hashem Elokecha, Nosein Lecha, Lish Baticha, V'Shaftu Es Ha'am Mishpat Tzedek.
So Shoftim, judges and officers, right? Policemen. You should make for yourself in all your in your gates,
In all of your gates.
which Hashem, your God, gives you for you to judge you.
Yeshvat, for your tribes, tribe.
To your tribes.
It's close, very close words, if you can notice it, right?
And they should judge on the people in the righteous way.
Very simple.
Okay.
Shoftim v'shotrim titem lecha ra'ui lasim lev.
You should pay attention.
Aleph. El amro lecha shehu meyutar.
That he said, when he says to you, it's redundant.
Okay. Amro asher Hashem Elokecha nosei lecha shegam hu meyutar.
When he says to the gates which Hashem will give to you, that's also redundant.
Beit. Amro v'shaftu et ha'am mi lo yeda ki et ha'am yishpotu.
You say to me, they should judge the people. It's obviously they're going to judge the people. Who else are they going to judge?
So everything seems to be redundant.
What?
Everything seems to be redundant.
Correct.
It's the Department of Redundancy Department. V'im ha'kavana hi she'yishpotu mishpat tzedek.
And if the purpose is that they should judge righteously,
In kol zeh amro et ha'am meyutar.
even in this case, when he says to the people, it's redundant.
Gimel. Mi lo yeda she'ladun mishpat tzedek yitmanu.
It's a bit obvious that they're going to judge righteously. Why would you put that? If you're going to judge just righteously.
Like you're telling me, appoint the judges who are not going to judge
Yeah,
righteously.
exactly.
Dalet. Ki halo ta'amro shoftim v'sotrim titan lecha hu midaber im hamamanim. Hamamanim.
When you said judges and officers, to tell you make yourself, it's talking about im hamidabrim.
Im hamemanim.
Im hamimanim.
The memanim, the ones who appoint the judges, right? He's talking about to someone or somebody
I see.
who are in charge of appointing.
I see.
Whom else are we talking about, right?
Selectors.
What?
The selectors.
Selectors, right?
Uvamro v'shavtu kulu. Hu tzivui el hadayanim.
He's instructing the Dayanim who are going to appoint the judges?
No.
Judges.
First, right? Titen lecha. That's talking about the appointers, and right? Shoftim v'shoftim, and they should judge. Who's going to do the judging? Those who appointers appointed, those appointed judges. Now we're talking to them.
Oh.
That they should do judge, fairly. In other words, first we're addressing those who are gonna appoint the judges, that they are commanded to appoint judges. Now, v'shaftu, we're talking about to those judges who are gonna be appointed, that they should execute judgment righteously and fairly and honestly.
We're still talking about the judicial selector
There you
process.
go. There you go.
So,
Yeah, we have the, what is it called, judiciary, right, system, branch of government, whatever.
Checks and balances.
Checks and balances, right?
Hey, lama lo yidaber l'nokeach im hadayanim lomar shiftu tzedek.
Why didn't they reference when they speak to the Dayanim already to say to them, judge with righteousness? So what are you saying?
Say it again. Lama lo, why not? Idaber, he does not address, right, doesn't speak, lenochach, in the presence, im hadayanim, with the judges. Lamar shaftu tzedek, right? It says v'shaftu tzedek. It sounds like, again, whom are we talking to? That they should judge. Like, if you're talking to the judges themselves, then is it what it is? He's asking, right? Lama lo yidaber lenochach im hadayanim lamar shaftu tzedek. Should be speaking in front to the judges themselves. Judge righteously. כפסוק שאחריו.
שדבר לוקח איתם.
What's not there?
Nochach, in presence of them. So, in other words, in the pasuk, right, what does our pasuk say? Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha b'kol sha'arecha. Appoint the judges that they should, right, לשבטיך ושפטו את העם משפט צדק. Whom is he talking to? Who is going to make sure that they judge fairly? Is it those people who are appointing them? Or it's the judges those who appoint judges should make sure that the judges judge righteously? Or is it the judge's job to judge righteously?
I would have thought if you're given the instruction to create judges, then it's the people that you're giving the instructions to create the judges to make sure that the judges that you pick are going to be judging righteously.
So that's the question.
Or are able to judge righteously, but it's on them to judge righteously.
So that's the question, right? Who,
Who's
like you said,
responsible?
who is gonna, what's the expression? Who's gonna make sure who's gonna judge the judges? Right? What is that? Who's gonna, what's the expression in English, right? Who's gonna figure out that, who's gonna judge the judges, so to speak? Right? We have like this system here, and then we have like Supreme Court, but who is making sure that they're doing the right thing?
Oversight.
Oversight, or whatever it is.
Monitor.
So that's the question. Whom are we addressing now? Is it those who are appointing them, or those who are the judges who are going to judge, or both? can you have a system that is, if you want to have a righteous system, then everybody has to behave righteously, because once one of the branches starts not doing the right thing, then the whole system is going to fall apart. I think so. That's the question. So we'll see the answer.
Vav.
Vav, Amro lo tate lama ne'ar, ki bichlal amro v'shavtu et ha'am mishpat tzedek haya.
Not tita. Tita is what? Make a
Don't
mistake?
don't tilt the judgment, right? Don't bend it. Don't bend.
Don't bend the judgment. Lama nema. That's what it says.
No. Why is he saying don't bend the judgment, right? Like we already said, judge them righteously. So now he's telling, don't make sure you don't tilt it, don't bend the judgment.
Don't
Lama
distort.
Neymar, why is he saying that?
לא תיטע, למה לומר? כי בכלל אמרו, in any case they said,
It's already included, right? Bichlal, right? Amro, him saying, "V'shavtu et ha'am mishpat tzedek." If you already told them, make sure you judge righteously.
need to put this
So why are you
tilt.
saying now don't bend the judgment, right? It's already included. Judge
Righteously.
honestly,
Straight.
righteously. So
Don't
Right.
judge crookedly.
right. So it's like, well, now judge the people righteously and don't judge them crookedly.
Zayin.
Zion. Amro lo tate mishpat, va'amro lo tikach shochad, hem dvarim hamurim me hakarat panim, v'lama sam amro lo takir panim bein shenehem, she'enam lo milmala lemata, v'lo milmata lemala.
When it says don't bend judgment, and then it says don't bend
Don't,
truth.
right? No, ולא תיקח שוחד, right?
שוחד
אמרו לא תיתן משפט, saying don't bend the judgment, right? ואמרו לא תיקח שוחד. What's שוחד?
I don't know what
Bribe,
What?
bribery,
Oh, bribery.
right? And don't take bribes, right? Make sure you don't bend the judgment and also don't take bribes.
Yeah.
Interesting, right? הם דברים המרים מהכרת פנים. Those are the things which are included in hakarat panim. It's like favorably someone, right? In other words, what are those things? Don't take bribery, don't bend judgment. Because if you want to favor somebody, then you're going to do these things. You're going to bend the judge towards somebody that you want to favor, right? And you're going to take a bribe. Probably you're going to bend it towards somebody that you're going to take bribe from, right? So he's telling you, make sure you don't take bribery and make sure you don't bend the judgment.
What does it mean? Milimala limata.
Just a minute, we didn't get it, right? So now, where are we? Right. Hamarim mehakarat panim, right? Velama sam amro lo takir panim. Why is he placing lo takir panim? Don't judge favorably between don't bend and don't favor. Don't bend and don't take shochad. Right? In the pasuk, in the between, don't bend judgment and don't take bribery. He's putting in between, don't favor somebody.
I just trying to find it in the...
Okay.
And the שוטרים שתיתן לך, בכל שעריך, אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך, לשבטיך ושפטו את העם משפט צדק,
Yeah.
righteously. לא, here it comes, לא תטה
Don't
Mishpat.
bend the judgment.
לא תכיר
לא תכיר פנים, don't favor somebody,
ולא תיקח
ולא תיקח שוחד.
שוחד. I see.
So,
So three separate things.
right, and so Rav Alshech is saying that the first word and the last word, they included in don't judge favorably, meaning don't bend it and don't take bribe.
Mm.
Those are two things that you would do if you favor somebody, right? So he could just said, don't favor anybody.
Right.
So why is this kind of all of this too many words here? Don't bend the judgment, don't favor anybody, don't take bribe. They're really all kinds of part of one thing here.
Must be
Yeah.
a very slippery slope.
Okay, very good. We'll see. I see a very good. Ruben is doing some thinking here. So hold on. So where are we now?
חטא.
Right. Lama Sam Amro.
Yeah, we were saying למעלה ולמטה. You're talking about the different...
Oh, now, שאינם לא מלמעלה למטה ולא מלמטה למעלה. These are the things which are not from top to bottom and not from bottom to up.
What is he referring
upward.
to?
That's a good question. There is a note there if you want. We
Yeah,
can try
let's
to
look at the
Hey,
notes. Hey.
I'm not clear. Yeah.
Hey.
Who's going to read the note?
אם היה מתחיל מלמטה, דהיינו מהקל
From the
Okay.
light to the heavy one. In other words, there seems to be some kind of order here. Don't tilt the judgment, don't favor, and don't take shochad. So are we going from, so to speak, more stringent to the lighter one? Something which is from the worst to the least worst? Right? What is the worst? To take shochad, to bend the judgment, to judge favorably, which is, like, so to speak, the worst and which is the least as a transgression.
So when he said
So
למעלה
he's saying
ולמטה,
there
he's
seems to
talking
be
about-
no order here. It's not from lemata lemala, but not from lemala lemata.
I see.
There is, it doesn't point to you that one is worse than the other.
Right.
They are all somehow
We're all bad.
all bad, something like that. Okay, but we can finish the note if you want. You want to
Yeah.
finish this note?
היה לו לפתוח בלא תחיר פנים.
Oh, היה לו לפתור בלא תכיר פנים.
You should start with
Don't favor
favor,
anybody.
because that's the least.
Let's see. ואחר כך, yeah, go ahead.
ואחר כך לא תטה משפט, לא תיקח
שוחד.
שוחד.
That seems to be in the order of...
Right, like what Reuven said, right? From the least to the worst, right? You start by what? By...
not showing favor.
right, so showing favor, right? Then the next step you're going to do, you're going to bend towards that guy, the judgment. And then the guy is going to pass you the envelope in the end of the, under the table, right?
ואם מתחיל,
ואם מתחיל מלמעלה,
But if you would start with the, on the top,
difficult one
from the,
first.
right, the worst one, right, the high note,
דהיינו מהכבד על הקל,
From the heavy to the light.
right?
היה לו להזכיר לא תכיר פנים באחרונה.
Then
You
he
should-
should have said, yeah,
You should have said don't show favoritism.
right. Should have been mentioned last, right? Because that's like lightest one, right?
לאחר לא תיטה משפט לא תיקח שוחד.
After,
After the don't spend the truth, you should have said don't take bribery.
right.
It's just the order should be in one order.
It should have been one or the other,
Yeah.
and it's not in neither one of these orders, right?
Right,
He put the Al Takir Panim in the middle.
right.
Don't favor in the middle,
Mhm.
which is strange, so it needs to be answered.
Okay.
Amro divrei tzadikim ki lefi.
Hold on, you skipped Zion. No? Did we say Zion? Amro lo
Yeah.
titen shvan. Yeah, you're right. Het, sorry.
Amro.
Amro divrei tzadikim ki lefi ham parshim haya raui devarim mitzudakim yomar.
He says, Divrei tzadikim, righteously,
The words of
The words of
righteousness.
because before these pasukim, he should have said,
No. Ki lifi ha-mifarashim, according to the mifarashim, the commentators, right? Haya ra'ui, it would be better to say dvarim mitzudakim. Instead
Correct.
of divrei tzadikim, the words of the righteous, should have said the righteous words, the words which are righteous. That's what
Divrei tzadikim. What's the difference between Divrei tzadikim, which is
Divrei tzadikim, the words of the tzadikim, right? It sounds like, tzadikim they're not gonna sound such a big tzadikim. So really more appropriate would say the righteous words. There is like a slight difference.
Okay.
The words of the righteous or the righteous words.
Ted.
Tet Amro Sedek Tirdof Lama Kafal Milat Tzedek
Why is the word tzedek doubled?
V'gam Ech Yitzdak Bo Lashon Redifa.
Ratifa.
And also, how can you be correct in saying the word redifies?
Right. Lirdof is like to
run
chase,
after,
to run after, to chase after. Right. So
The tzedek tirdof.
Right.
Well, what does it mean to run after?
Pursue.
Because you don't run after righteousness. Okay.
Yud. Ki achar amro v'yarashta et haaretz. Amro asher Hashem Elokecha noten le'och hu miyutar ki noda hu.
This is why when it says that you will inherit the land, and it says
the land
Hashem-
which Hashem is giving
Hashem is
to
giving
you, right?
you, it's all redundant.
Right. Kinodahu, we know it, right? Who is giving us the land? Hashem. It's very simple. Why has to say it? Right, Marsha? Everybody knows it.
Omnam.
It's on the front page of the, all the newspapers.
Indeed.
Kijk, de rabbi made the Mashiach shall come, then it's going to be. Okay.
Amnam hine klalut ha'inyan hu
The general matter of this is
ki shloshet ha'ketuvim ha'ele
these three things, namely, I guess what he's talking about.
These three psukim, I think.
The three
Right.
pasukim.
Yeah, I think so.
Harishon yidaber im roshei Yisrael ha'manim es ha'shoftim v'et ha'shotrim.
The first sentence is talking to the the people who are going to appoint the judges.
V'hasheni im ha'dayanim
And the second sentence is you're talking to the judges themselves.
V'hashlishi im ha'ba'alei dinim.
Ooh.
I don't
With
know.
those who are being judged, balei dinim, then litigants, right? So we have here, so the system only works if you have the judges doing the right thing, you have the people who appoint the judges do the right thing, the judges doing the right thing, and the people themselves, they want to be judged righteously. They don't want to, I wanted the truth. Give me the true psak. If I owe somebody $1 million, tell me that,
Which sentences to the ballet?
Balei dinim. That's a good question. Or maybe v'shaftu et ha'am, right? Mishpat tzedek, right? Remember we asked what? You want them judged not tzedek, not righteously? So if you are a litigant, do you want to be judged righteously or you don't want to be judged righteously? It's not 3 different sentences, it's 3 parts in this. There are 3 ideas, 3 concepts in this psukim, right? That those who appoint the judges, and the people themselves should seek righteousness.
Okay.
ונבוא אל עניינם אחד לאחד.
And we'll go to them one by one. Here's the title.
Okay. Tzuvui.
Tzivui. Yeah. Memane.
למענה, לקבל, עליו, דין, הדיין, וכפיית השוטר.
Tiva, it's an instruction
Lememane.
to pay.
Hold on, let me see. Is it memane or memune? It sounds like it's a commandment to the one who is doing the appointment. Lememane. Right?
All right, the kabel to
Accept
on
upon
themselves
himself.
the judgment.
Right.
Hadayan. Let's see.
Of the judge.
The judgment of the judge.
Yeah.
Ukafiyat.
Fiyat hashoter. In other words, nobody is above the law. Those who are going to appoint the judges, they're subject to the judges and policemen. If those who appoint judges say, okay, that's going to be for everybody else, but for us, it doesn't apply. We are appointing the judges. So then also the system is already fraud. So first of all, make sure that those who appoint the judges, they are under the same judiciary as those who are going to be judged.
Yeah, makes sense.
More things change, the more they stay the same.
There you go, Moshe, thank you. I knew you were going to say it.
The who?
והוא כי הנה ציווי מינוי הדיינים אינו רק לגדולי ישראל ונשיאיהם.
Kihine, this instruction, minui,
Tzivui minui hadeinim, the commandment to appoint the judges.
yeah,
Eino, it's not, but it's only, right? It's to nobody else, but to the Gdolei Israel, when Nasiim. It's only
so
for
the leaders will appoint the judge.
And the princes, they will appoint the judges.
ויקרא ימנה גדול הדור דיין לשפוט.
And it will happen that the people that are appointing, the leaders of the.
No, and he's saying, and it also happens, it can happen, right? Vayikre, Yemane Gadol Hador Dayan Lishpot. He will, the Gadol Hador, right, it will appoint the judge to judge, right? Let's say Moshe Rabbeinu, he will say, okay, you judge You, Moshe, you judge.
You mean the Gadol Ador instead of the leaders?
Right. Maybe, right.
ושוטר לכפות את הבלתי שומע בקול הדיין.
ושוטר לשפוט.
Veshoter, and he also should appoint a policeman, right? So he will appoint the judge, the Hadayan, right? Veshoter, and the policeman, lichpot, to force, to impose, to impose, to force, et habilti shomer, those who don't listen, bekol Hadayan, to the voice of the judge.
ויבוא דין הגדול ההוא בפני השופט אשר מינה.
And he will come to judge.
No, and now, so now what's going to happen? In other words, this is what can happen, right? The situation, right? That the judge, the supreme, so to speak, leader, let's say, somebody who is Gadol Ador, right? He appointed the judge and the policeman. So now, v'yavo din hagadol. Now, he himself, now all of a sudden, somebody sues him. This guy, the person who is appointed the judge
Why
and
is
the
he saying
policeman.
Gadol? Hadin ad Gadol, because he's Gadol.
He's the Gadol. So
Hagadol,
now
I
Gadol,
see.
somebody says, okay, I'm suing the Gadol.
I
He
see,
owes me
I
100 shekels.
I
Right?
see.
V'yavo din hagadol hahu b'fnei shofet asher mina. Now, so now it's his din, his judge, his court case, gonna go in front of this judge that he appointed.
Right, so that's pretty difficult.
Well, here you go.
You said you can't show favors.
V'yechayvehu badin. And now the judge is gonna say, sorry, Mr. Gadol, you owe 100 shekels to this Moshe there in the corner, He's right.
אם לא ישר, ישר.
ואם לא ישמור, יצווה את השוטר יכפנו.
And the Gadol is going to say, no, you know what, I don't think it's true. So now this
What's
judge is
Yishmor?
going to tell the policeman, okay, give him a patch. He owes 100 shekels.
So the judge doesn't recuse himself.
Right, so that's the idea, right? Nobody's above the law, In America, we also like this concept, we all,
A lot of concepts
right,
we
it's
like.
a good idea, everybody likes it. Does it work that way? I don't know.
ואז,
ואז העשיר ההוא יענה זאת.
and then this wealthy man was talking about the Gadol, or
That's a good question. I don't know.
like a
Somehow
new-
now it's Ashir somebody, right? I don't know.
יענה הזאת.
Azot. Now this Ashir, this rich
You
person, Azut, like Azut Panim, he's going to be like impudent. He's going to be, angry, right? He's going to answer impudently. What's the word?
Yeah.
With impudence,
brazenly.
brazenly. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Vayomar, and he's going to say,
ויאמר הלא אני מניטיב.
Shlomo.
He says, am I not?
He's going to say, but now this Asher, right? He's going to be brazen enough. He's going to get up and he's going to say what? Halo ani, is not it I
appointed you.
who appointed him, right? Hey, how dare you to judge me? I appointed you.
וזו היא שימת אין הגמול שהוא
Mishalem li.
משלם לי כי ישתרר עליי.
וזהו,
And this is how grateful he is to me, that's what he's doing to me. I appointed you, and now he condemns me. That's how that's how you that's how grateful you are.
what's simat ayin?
Simatayin, being
Show your reward, show respect, show
showing
gratitude.
showing gratitude. Simat Ein Hagmul. Hagmul is like, payback. Reward. That's that's reward I'm getting it for appointing him, with a chutzpah, Shehu Mishalem, that he pays me back.
וגם השוטר אשר מנתיב, היכה את שר וגדול בישראל כמוני היום.
Begam, and also the officer which appointed.
That I appointed, right? He appointed both the judge and the policeman, right? And the officer. So now he says, look at this judge, here's how he's paying me back. And also this policeman that I appointed, right? Minitiv, I appointed him.
Hikpah is doubled, right?
Ichpeh. No, he will force Tsar Hagadol B'Israel Kamoni. He's gonna now force me, this big, I'm the big prince. Now he's gonna, this policeman that I appointed, now he's gonna force me to, to enforce the law, right? Give me a parking ticket. I appointed him.
Okay.
כן, כי מדבר אל הממונה, אמר שופטים ושוטרים תיתן לך ותמנה לך.
Oh, that's the
So
you,
even to the
guy who
person
is appointing this.
appoint for yourself.
Appoint for yourself.
Including yourself.
Including yourself.
That's why the lacha.
Right. Beautiful.
You bite the hand that fed you.
Very good.
In other words, no favoritism, no paybacks, kickbacks, whatever they are.
כלומר לעצמך, שיעדונו לך העניינים ויעקפו אותך השוטרים.
וזהו
וזמרו לך.
לך.
That's really just reinforcing why it says to you. Because you should not be over the law. Okay.
ויהיו שופטים ושוטרים בכל שעריך, שהוא בכל עיר.
That you should appoint them in all your cities. What's that
The
time?
question, we don't want to do any notes? Or we're good?
I think we understood it.
Okay, fine. It's pretty basic, right?
ירושת הארץ
הארץ תלויה במינויים. Wow. It speaks
The inheritance,
to today's
the inheritance of the
situation.
land, it depends on the
appointments.
appointments. Oh my God.
ובאמרו אשר השם אלוקיך נותן אם שבעת העמדתם כבר ניתנה.
If
I think
when you
im,
come,
it's with, no? Or maybe if.
when you come to land,
שבעת העמדתם, when you appoint these judges, this judiciary system, right, which is righteous and fair, כבר ניתנה. The land is already given to you. If you just do that, establish righteous system of government, the land is given. It's like land already is given.
הוא כאומר עדיין מתנת שעריך הובה אם תעשה ציווי.
more as if to say,
כאומר, like he's saying, right?
Adain, you have not yet. You've not yet conquered your cities.
עדיין מתנת שעריך אהבה עם ציווי זה.
If you do this instruction, appoint
Right.
judges,
Right,
even though you've not conquered the land yet.
I hear, right, probably like that. Im, right. Continue.
We
So
eat-
even though now you didn't conquer yet, but if you appoint the judges, it will
It's as
conquer.
if,
You will, right, you conquered.
Ve'im techdal lo tikayim l'cha hamatana.
Wow.
If you
Refuse.
refuse, you will.
Lo titkayam, it's not
You
going to
won't-
stand this gift. You're not going to receive of the land.
Ki Yerushat haaretz tluya b'minui hadayani hak sherim.
Because the inheritance of the land is subject to you appointing correct judges. We should really do the notes of that because it's a very powerful idea.
Yeah.
Yud Chet.
Yud Zayin.
Is this Yud Chet?
Yud Chet.
Oh, Yud Zayin is, yeah, okay.
No, hold on. Which where?
The notes,
Tet Zayin, no? Tet. You want to start
yeah, from Yud Zayin.
from Tet Zayin, okay?
No, not there. The beginning of this paragraph.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, hold on. Yud Zayin, we are not yet there.
The note Yud Zayin.
The not Yud Zayin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bide fu
Pusim
Sim.
in other
Text.
Yeah, in another,
Prince.
edition.
editions.
Asher ani nosein.
It's a little change in Girsa here. Asher ani noten. Right?
Instead
Here
of
it says
Hashem. Instead
Asher
of
Hashem Elokecha noten, and he says in other prints it says ani noten, give it to you.
So Cain li l'shon
To come Tuv, and they adjusted it to the pasuk.
Cain l'chalan.
The Kama places, further up.
But in the text it says that
In the
Asher
pasuk it says
Adonai
right.
Asher Adonai, right?
Right, but he
Not
says
Telecha.
that in some editions they switched the for that I am given to you, but he says really correct is really one,
Okay.
which is in the Chumash.
Yechet.
Mm-hmm.
Shehaaretz nitna l'Yisrael kodem shemino et hashoftim v'hashotrim.
Shotri.
The Haaretz, the land will
Is given
is given to Israel before
Shemnu before they
appointed the judges and the
Mm.
officers.
Right. What does it mean?
Well, they didn't go into the land. Until,
Right. We're still Moshe Rabbeinu is still talking before they got to the land.
Yeah.
So it's already given to them, so to speak.
The instructions to have judges is given to them before they go into the land. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Hold it. שהארץ ניתנה לישראל קודם שמינו את השופטים ושתיהם. Because the land already given, in other words, it's already promised, Hashem already promised. So it's like it's given really.
It's already
Even
given.
before
So
they-
why
now-
can you say? So how can you say it's subject to your appointing?
Right, so now make sure you, because everything is subject, right? The Torah and mitzvahs. If we keep Torah and mitzvahs, we get it. But if we don't, we lose it.
Yeah, but this is suggesting that if you want to keep it, then keep the Torah mitzvah. But he is suggesting that the appointment of the judges itself opens the door for you to enter and conquer the land.
I think he's saying that you're going to be able to keep it. If
Is
you're
he
gonna
saying
appoint-
that? Or is he saying to take it in the first place? To keep it or to take it in the first place? Is he saying?
Well, they're going to appoint judges only after they conquer, right? First you conquer the land. I mean, right, we call Sharecha, so the process of conquering the land is complete. Now make sure you appoint all the judges to all the cities and in all the territories. You establish the system.
I see.
So I think so. In other words, it's conditional to this system of judges and police and officers.
You're saying judges are only appointed after they've entered the land.
Well, it kind of makes sense because before you have the land, how are you appointing the judges already, right? You conquer
have-
the land,
yeah, but you
divide
have-
it, you know.
No, but you have disputes. I mean, you have a whole system of judgment for 40 years before you enter the land. Moshe was the judge, and he appointed leaders to do the.
I hear. What are you suggesting? So
I'm
no.
confused. I'm not
No,
suggesting
no,
anything.
hold
I'm
on. No,
just-
so just finish your thought. No, you're saying.
So I'm saying, I'm just trying to understand this first. The conquering the land or the appointing the judges. It sounds like you're getting the instructions to appoint judges going to the land.
Look, our subtitle here was Yerushat Haaretz Tluya Minuyim. The inheritance of the land depend on appointments.
And that's what I'm trying to understand. When you
Right.
say the inheritance, are you talking about the initial acquisition or the sustainability inheritance?
You're asking me, to me it makes sense that probably, look, Hashem is saying like this, you're going into this land, I'm giving it to you, but make sure you run it the right way. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to hold
Right.
to it.
Right.
That's
But
what
then
I would
again,
say.
it comes to the problem is how were they being judged before entering the land?
Right, so we know that Moshe was judging them, right? We had it, right? Parashat Mishpatim, right? When
Yeah.
Moshe was sit down and he
Yeah,
had 70
yeah,
skinnim and
yeah.
everything. So that was all Bamidbar in the desert, right? So they had this whole system with Moshe Rabbeinu and everything. Now we're going into the land. From being in the desert, now we're going into the land. So now, how with the land? I think that's what's here is involved.
And we don't know if it's the same people that we transition.
Probably not, because
guess
you're
not.
going to go in, now it's going to be, so to speak, divided, the land be divided. So
What-
now each of these, in the desert, we
because
didn't
it
have
says
land.
Each city has to have its own.
Right,
law.
so now we have tribal
We were
territories.
all together beforehand,
Right,
and now we're going to be split in different.
as
lanes.
people on the land.
Right.
So we're gonna. So now, as you divide the land, you need all the cities and everything. So now you have to establish this, so to speak, government of the land.
I see. Yeah.
Moshe is to go.
Good.
Okay. So.
What time is it?
It's 10:26. Very appropriate time.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjourn.
Should we finish that note? Let's finish the last note.
Batzlacha, Colton.
Where were we?
We're to your tent, I think.
You said you.
Who Hashem B'Tiv Tiv. Right.
What?
It's a reference. You did.
You did.
It's a reference.
Who, right?
Mhm.
What's the who? Where was the who? Oh, who כאומר, right? עדיין מתנת שעריך אהבה אם תעשה ציווי זה. In other words, this is going to be the gift of the שעריך. You see, it says בשעריך in all your gates. If you fulfill that, then you get all these gates. So that's what he's saying here. Hey, ken hu betfus. Again, different. It's just saying different different. You know what you call it, editions.
Okay, so the last one, kaf.
Right. It says hu vehu. Okay. Chaf, yeah.
V'zeh Tirtzeh
Kusha Aleph.
Kusha
First
Aleph.
question.
B'Sofa Shlachach
Shelekach
Usif Tivot Asher Hashem Elokecha Noten Lecha Shematnat Haaretz Daim
Adain Tluya.
Tilya Badin Zeh.
Oh, you see what he's saying?
No.
That it's why does it say right there? Turtza Kushal, we answer the first question. In the end, Why did they have to, remember the question was, why we have to say Hashem Elokecha given to you? Of
Yeah.
course it's Hashem is giving it to us. What's the significance of it?
Uh-huh.
So he's saying, Lilamed, to teach, Shematanat haaretz, that the giving of the gift of the land, Adayin Talui, it still depends, Bedin Zeh, at this law.
I don't know, it's incredible to me how how sharp he is.
Oh, of course, absolutely. It's amazing. It's brilliant. What is he telling to you? The father gives the son the key to the new BMW, right? He says, here, Benit, dear son, give you a present. But you got to go and get the license, and you have to drive according to the laws of, you got to know how to drive. So I'm giving you this land. Here's the keys, but it depends on the governance.
So he doesn't get the license first, and driving lessons first, and then get the car?
I don't know. It depends who is the father.
But
So-
what comes
No,
first?
he
What comes first, the
definitely gets
land or the
He
judges?
definitely gets the driving lesson first. The question is, that he's told that when you drive, you still
have to do it.
you still have to stick with the laws, even
Right.
though it's your land.
Right, even though it's
Like
your car,
land,
but you
your
still
car,
have to.
It's your car in your land. Let's imagine you have your own land, and you can do whatever you want, but you're still subject to the law of the land.
Exactly.
Interesting. It just begs the question: is if Am Israel knew this Torah, what the difference it would make to our reality?
You mean today?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we are praying for.
So yeah, teach it to them.
No, here you go. This is the Alshech Institute. That's what it's all about. We're teaching it to the
Thank you, everybody.